Good morning all of you. Today we will take up the topic signal analysis. What is signal analysis? We are trying to analyze the signals. Before trying to analyze the signals, we are trying to develop analogy between signals and vectors. Analogy. What is analogy? Analogy means similarity. Suppose say we are trying to teach the memory operations for a programming class, for learning programming, C programming. So suppose say we are teaching last in first out or first in last out stack operations, memory operations. This can be very nicely explained if we take up the example of how rice bags are put in a rice store. The last rice bag is kept on the top. So last in, if at all the first bag goes to the bottom and the last bag goes on to the stack. Now if at all you want to remove the first bag, then we have to remove the top bag first, then the next top, then the next top, and then the last one we can remove. So that is how these bags can be removed, and the stack operations last in first out or first in last out is explained nicely. Now we can explain the stack operations so that they will understand in a better way. So similarly, if an analogy is developed between signals and vectors, because the students are already accustomed with the concepts of vectors, so if at all an analogy is developed between signals and vectors, then signals also can be taught very easily. Okay, now what we have to see now here, suppose say if v1 is a vector like this and if v2 is a vector, a horizontal vector, what is the component of v1 on v2? How do we do? We drop a perpendicular from the end of the v1 onto the vector v2, then the foot of the perpendicular will be c1 to v2, then the c1 to v2 will be the component of the vector v1 on v2. Now in vector addition, how we can explain is v1 is equal to c1 to v2 plus ve. Ve is error vector. Okay, now there may be an argument like why we should take the error vector in perpendicular direction, why not in a slant direction like this, or why not in a slant direction like this. Suppose say if we are taking this one as the error vector, then what can be taught is, what can be the equation is v1 is equal to c1 to v2 plus ve1. This is v error vector 1. Now if we take this example, v1 is equal to c2 v2 plus ve2 vector. Now we have seen three cases where error vector is perpendicular, error vector is slant, and where error vector is also slant in the third case. And which is the correct one? We all know, because we have already studied vectors, the first one is correct. Why this is correct and why these two are wrong? A short thinking gives us the result is, whenever the error vector is perpendicular, it is small. Whenever the error vector is slant or it's not perpendicular, it is large. So whenever error vector is small, the approximation between the vectors is perfect. That is, v1 can be taken as c1 to v2, where error vector is very small. Okay. Now the dot product v1 dot v2 is equal to v1 v2 cos theta, or v1 dot v2 is equal to v2 dot v1. The dot product is commutative. Now the component of v1 along v2 is equal to what? v1 cos theta. v1 cos theta is what? V1 cos theta is nothing but V1 dot V2 by V2. V1 dot V2 by V2. But what is the component of V1 dot cos theta is nothing but C1 to V2. Now C1 to V2 is equal to V1 dot V2 by V2. Now C12 will be equal to V1 dot V2 by V2 square. Okay, so that is V1 dot V2 is equal to V2 square. So that is the vector concept. Now signals. Now signals, if we consider two signals f1 of t and f2 of t, and we are trying to approximate f1 of t with f2 of t, then f1 of t is equal to c1 to f2 of t plus fe. Error vector is fe. Fe is equal to f1 minus c1 to f2 of t. Now we have to minimize fe. How to minimize fe? How to minimize fe is we calculate mean. We calculate mean, and we see that mean is minimized. Mean is minimized. So what is mean? How to calculate mean? 1 by t2 minus t1, because the interval in which f1 f2 are defined is t1 to t2 only. So 1 by t2 minus t1 integral of t1 to t2 fe of t dt. Fe of t is again what? f1 of t minus c1 of t dt. Now this does not appear to be a perfect criteria. So what is taken as, what is took as mean square error. Mean square error is taken. Mean square error is taken where mean means 1 by t2 minus t1 integration of t1 to t2 square of the error is taken. Now if your f is nothing but f1 of t minus c1 to f2 of t. Okay. Now we are trying to minimize this mean square error, mean square value of the error signal. So if you want to minimize, whenever a quantity is minimized, its derivative is 0. So once its derivative is made 0, dou by dou c12 is 1 by t2 minus t1 integral of t1 to t2 f1 of t minus c1 or c1 to f2 of t square dt is equal to 0. Now if you are expanding a minus b whole square, it is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So this is solved, and we can find out that c12 is equal to integral of t1 to t2 f1 of t f2 of t dt by integral of f1 to t1 to t2 f2 square of t dt. So why we got this equation and why it is similar to vectors? Vectors we got, what did we get? So we got c1 to as v1 dot v2 by v2 square, and here we are getting c12 is equal to t1 to t2 f1 of t f2 of t dt by f2 of t whole square. Okay, so there is a similarity between the equations of c12 in vectors and signals. And the last thing is, whenever the two vectors is perpendicular, then what do we get? We get v1 dot v2 equal to 0. That means c12 equal to 0. Now in the case of signals, let us see. Now c12 equal to 0. If c12 is put as 0, this multiplied with 0, then what do we get is f1 of t into f2 of t dt equal to 0. So this is similar to v1 dot v2 equal to 0. Okay, so we developed we have seen two similarities between the vectors and signals. The first one is the equation of c12 component c12, and this second is the equation of the vectors when they are perpendicular. Okay, thank you one and all. We'll continue in the next class.